All right, welcome back inside the Nick and Astor Show, Sports Radio WGAM The Game, as our St. Anselm Coaches Show continues. Ethan Sylvain, St. A's linebacker / safety, joining us now on the Brothers Guest Menu. Ethan, welcome aboard. Welcome back to the Nick and Astor Show. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. You had first of all, a highlight type play on the pick six, 45-yard interception return for a touchdown. Got your team off to a good start early on in the second half. And I thought you played excellent the entire four quarters. 13 tackles, I believe, or did I read that wrong? Yes, you did. 13 tackles, 5 of those solo, and a couple of special teams plays as well. Was this one of your better games?
Oh, yeah. I would say I did have a good game. Came from watch a lot of film and stuff, but it's one of the better games I've had in a couple of years. It was a good game.
How was it playing under the lights?
Oh, it was awesome. There was a lot of extra emotion and stuff. I mean, we normally only have like one game under the lights during a season, but this is our third game under the lights in a row. But playing the first game at St. A's under the lights was definitely a great experience, and wish we could have pulled out a win, but it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of big crowd and stuff, so we had a good time.
Yeah, you've been through the wars with the St. A's Hawks over the years, and is it really a double shot getting to play first of all at home for the first time in the season, and then under the lights to boot as well? You saw the big turnout, one of the bigger crowds I've seen up there on the hilltop. It just must have been a thrilling moment for the team, and I'm sure the enthusiasm was contagious.
Oh, definitely. It spread like wildfire, and it was just an awesome experience, and hopefully we'll have some more this season, so we're excited. Unfortunately,
Ethan, you got to head right back onto the road for the next game against New Haven. What's it been like traveling on the road, really, for the first big chunk of the season here? Is it weary? Do the guys get tired of the long bus trips? What's it like playing, seems like, week in and week out away from home?
Yeah, it has been 3 of our first 4 games have been away. But, I mean, sometimes we play some of our better games off when we get off the bus. Not exactly sure why, but I say that everybody's mentality is still good. Like, the bus rides, there's not a lot of messing around and stuff. Everybody's pretty focused. So, I mean, it's almost like getting prepared for the game. It's almost like being at home. I mean, you are tired from the ride a little bit, but we get out there in plenty of time to stretch our legs out and stuff and get ready to go.
We're speaking with Ethan Sylvain on the St. Anselm Coaches Show. Ethan, a senior linebacker for the Hawks, one of 2 senior starters. The rest, Ethan, a bunch of young guys. What's your role like? What has your role been like over the first 3 weeks of the season?
It's been we're trying to be positive. I mean, other teams are going to make big plays. We play against a lot of really good athletes. But one of the main things we've tried to do is, okay, they made a play, maybe try and give somebody a little bit of help. Other than that, say, all right, get it out of your head and let's move on. Really just trying to pull the team together, and it's hard, but try and spread our experience. It's not an easy thing to do, but trying keeping everybody on the same page, and a lot of communication has really been what we've been working on.
Who are some of the other vocal leaders in the locker room?
In the locker room, Craig Dennis is a pretty vocal leader. Andrew Lebowitz, he's a D-tackle. I'd say we have a good number of them. It's hard pulling them off the top of my head right now, but Chris Bent, another linebacker. It's pretty widespread. Stephen Cupa he's pretty vocal at times. So I'd say the leadership is more widespread this year than it has been in the past.
Ethan Sylvain joining us on the Brothers Guest Menu here on the St. Anselm Coaches Show, part of the Nick and Astor Show on Sports Radio WGAM. The game, St. A's losing in their home opener 35-20 against Stonehill on Friday night. They'll next take on nationally ranked New Haven on the road in another Northeast 10 conference game. Any added excitement because you're playing New Haven, and obviously they've been picked to win the conference this year? Do you get up for those games more so than some others?
Oh, definitely. You want to go in and prove that we're a team to be reckoned with and earn some respect. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a little more excitement in the room. It's it's a big thing to go in and play one of the top-ranked teams, and if you can pull out a win on that, then you'll be riding high for a while. But I wouldn't say there's. I guess you're right. There is a lot more excitement in the air at those games.
What do you need to do to beat them?
We need to do our jobs. We need to not make mistakes. I mean, things are going to happen, but we need to limit the big plays. And we need to play. We need to finish a game. That's one of the things we've struggled. We've been in the game past 2 games. We've been in there in the fourth quarter. We've had leads and then didn't make plays when it came down to the end of the game. So that would be one. The really biggest thing is to finish a game and make the plays when they really, really matter.
How exhausted were you guys late in the fourth quarter? I mean, the defense being on the field for 42 of the 60 minutes.
We were tired, but it's in a close game like that, you can push the tiredness away. One of the big things was they had a really long drive. I don't know how many plays it was, but that just not getting off the field right then was a big. It really drained you a little bit, but other than that, we had none of the drives were very long. Other than that, so
right. I think the drive you're referring to is the final Stonehill touchdown drive. 16 plays, 80 yards in just over 8 minutes. That's obviously more than half the fourth quarter on that one drive alone for Stonehill.
Yeah,
but in fairness, your offense struggled at times to move the football, especially on third down. We spoke with Coach Murphy a few minutes ago about that. So, it seems like you guys couldn't get much help from the offensive unit to even out the time of possession battle a little bit. But we'll look for those keys for sure on this weekend when you play New Haven on the road. Certainly, Ethan, best of luck. And I hope the Hawks can shock the world, so to speak, when they take on nationally ranked New Haven. Ethan Sylvain, thanks a bunch, man. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
That's Ethan Sylvain, Hawks senior linebacker and one of the captains up there on the hilltop, joining us on the St. Anselm Coaches Show. Special thanks to Coach Pat Murphy and Ethan Sylvain for joining us as well. Coming up, second hour, we'll switch back to pro football as we debate whether or not Wes Welker needs to see the field more often. I think everyone is in agreement. But why hasn't he had the amount of snaps up till this point? We'll take a look at that coming up next. It's part of the Nick and Asta Show, and it's here on Sports Radio, WGAM The Game.